coming at me, yo. It was coming at me, yo.
You attacked the shit out of him.
It was coming at me. The guy was coming at me crazy.
What?
Yeah, wait. I was moving. Take the ball.
I don't matter.
On this team, we fight for that itch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that itch.
Coming in at 320 kilobytes per second, it's time for MattieC's Sports for you and me.
Quite a night, and you got the mission done. I guess just talk to us about the emotions you're feeling right now. Is it still kind of processing that you're part of the UFC?
Yeah, it's still settling in. It's not like fully hit me yet, I think, but it is. This is fucking cool. Yeah, see the logo. But no, yeah, I'm happy with it. I gotta watch it again because some people say it wasn't as bad as like I was. Because obviously I wasn't happy with getting fucking dropped, but they said after that it was a little better. So. Just got to go back, watch it, keep moving, keep growing. My bad.
Hey, it's a learning process.
Yeah,
huh?
You're getting used to this.
Well, talk to me. I did wonder about that because you were hard on yourself immediately right away, right? And that's probably a good thing, right? To be self-critical. But you secure a UFC deal. Does that put your mind at ease a little bit? Where you go, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, for sure. It's clearly was. I didn't look that bad in there, or else Dana wouldn't have signed me. So I can't be that hard on myself.
Nice. I guess how hurt were you in the moment that you did get tagged a little bit?
I was a little rocked, but it wasn't like when I saw myself, like I saw him come on top of me. I saw all the punches coming in, so I was there enough to defend myself. But yeah, I was a little. He sat me to my ass.
And then I wonder what it was like watching the rest of the card, right? Because, you're not in competition with everybody, but you kind of probably feel like you are, you know what I mean? Like, was it difficult watching those other amazing performances and then thinking, oh, no, is this not going to be my night?
No, I wasn't too worried about that. Everybody around me was telling me, nah, man, you got this. You're good. So I wasn't. It is what it is. I wasn't too worried.
Very nice. I guess another question now. I'm sure you got to heal up a little bit, but, now you get to start thinking about a UFC debut, right? Are there dates on the calendar, like a location that you're tied to that you'd love to do it? What's the ideal scenario for you?
I was hoping. I got a suspension, so I can't do it. But I was hoping to hop on the 20th if there was a fallout. But now I'm suspended for 21 days. So no, I don't know. I'm gonna be on there soon. I'm gonna get something within a month or some date. We'll figure it out. Just got to talk to my coaches.
Hey Billy, man, just kind of explain. Just your 2022 has just been such a crazy year. You've double champ. Now you win on the Contender series. You get that contract. How's it feel?
It's been busy, man. It's been jam packed, constant up highs and lows, and a lot of it's just been just move, keep going forward. So it's been flying by. But it's been good. It's been a lot of fun.
It's like one of those years where you're just going to reflect back and be like, I got both those belts, and then I got that contract.
Yeah, like holy shit, I did a lot that year.
Awesome, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey man, this is, I imagine, a pretty trippy experience coming up to the Apex, fighting inside an empty room with people like that. Is it even weirder to get here and get a pep talk from Dana himself?
It was weird seeing Dana in person for the first time. That was like, damn, I've seen you on TV so many times. But no, like in my head, I didn't really think too much of the Apex. It didn't bother me all that much. It didn't put more pressure onto me in my head. The empty room didn't really. I like it when it's more empty because then I can hear my coaches a little better. And he basically said you got to come out there and fight. And That's what I do every time. So it didn't affect me. The pep talk didn't get me up. It's just, I came here to do that. Doesn't matter where I'm doing it.
It was a great performance, man.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, MattieC Sports. I'm here with my man, Billy Goff. Dude just annihilated the UFC in his Dana White Contender Series debut. Billy, how you doing this morning?
Pretty good. It's a nice morning.
So I have to say, how do you do it every time? Like, tell me, just how do you do it?
I don't know how to tell you, man. I think the biggest thing is, like, for me in my fights is just keep going, just keep pushing. Just like there's just don't quit. I mean, if you don't quit and you keep going at 100 miles an hour, you're something's gonna give.
Yeah, I mean, against Shimon, I can't pronounce his last name. Sorry, Smotritsky?
Something like that. Fucking.
So, I mean, man, I'm sure everybody thought when you first went down, we're like, oh shit, here we go. And then it's like you see the true fans see the Billy Goff and they're like, oh, all right, he'll be okay. He'll be all right. And then 3:37 into the first round, you just annihilate those punches. Dude, you got like hammers for hands, man. Like hammers, legit.
I appreciate it. I actually one thing after this fight, I've always wanted to fight myself so I can know how hard I hit, because I was never like too sure on it how hard do I really hit. But after I started, like, man, I think I hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, the resume continues, man. You don't fight no trash cans, no bums, nothing like that. I mean, actually, I meant to ask you, in MMA, what's the deal? Everybody that I talk to, MMA fighters say, garbage pails, garbage cans. Is that like the motto for like
garbage pails, garbage cans?
Like they don't want to fight like tomato cans or garbage cans or nothing like that.
I don't know. There's a lot of people who take fights against turds, and it's not so wrong against like when it's hard. I don't like doing it. I would hate to do it. But people doing it as pros, it makes more sense when you're trying to pad your record. But at the same time, it doesn't look good. Anybody looking at that, it doesn't look good. Like if they do any research, like there's people who are fighting guys who are 15 and 100. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, and sometimes you're taking a fill-in because you had a camp and somebody fell out, so you got to take a fill-in or else you don't fight. So it's a little more understandable, but it's still like I don't get it. It's just hard. It's hard for me to understand people doing that. Like it just, to me, that just makes that fighter look like you're just less respectable. I don't trust that you're going to be like that you're not going to quit. So.
So people listen to Billy Goff about that because he knows. I mean, you've gone from reality fighting, Cage Titan, CES, and now boom, you're in the UFC. That wasn't just a walk in the park. I mean, you fought some bangers here and there. You know, you haven't given up, and it shows when your last fight. And you even, you know, I watched that fight myself, your Dana White fight, and you were hard on yourself. Like you weren't satisfied. You came out of the ring and they try to keep the volume as low as they can, but you were like, fuck, wow. And you were like, well, what? I was like, oh, what's the matter? And then somebody said, I fucking lost to myself. Or you said something pretty close to that. Like you were down on yourself. And I respected that just because you persevered in the fight, but you weren't satisfied with your performance. Like you said you lost that fight. I mean, now looking back, do you feel that way this equally?
When I was in the moment, I was a lot more mad than I am now, mostly because in my head, I assumed it looked a lot worse. But going back and watching it, it doesn't look nearly as bad as I thought it did. So I'm not as upset. I'm still not ecstatic about my performance in the first little bit. But I mean, it happens. It is what it is. We just kind of grow from it, get better. Don't let that happen. Have stronger starts. It's just basically the best way to sum it up was like if you listen to the commentary where Michael Bisping saying he's putting on a spectacular performance, he's putting on a clinic. He's got well-rounded striking. He's just complimenting my opponent a lot and touting him pretty highly, and that's what I wanted for myself to go out there and not show that was disappointing. I was not happy about that.
And you showed it in the post fight with the woman there, and it was funny because it was you that was the only one she didn't shake hands with, right? Wasn't that one of the things?
There's a couple other guys that like one of them tried to hug her and like she messed that up and like she made a joke like she did it like 3 times that night. It was hilarious. But I was the only one who shook my own hand. I'm the only one who covered my own tracks.
So I mean, you're doing Connecticut and your team very proud. I mean, Connecticut is on the rise of fighters. Like everybody's winning. And it shows. It starts with you. Carlos Candelario's doing big. Erica Valentin is doing big. Like, do you feel like the Connecticut is on like an ultimate tear right now? I think everybody in Connecticut is just tearing it up.
Yeah, Connecticut's MMA like culture and community as a whole is getting stronger. It's definitely on the up. It's only going to get better and better as we go on. Especially, I mean, I'm going to be running through the UFC, so there's just more people to follow. People out of my gym are going to be coming up even more so. So yeah, it's definitely growing and getting stronger.
And who is there anybody in particular in the UFC you're gunning for, or is it just whoever you line up with Dana or matchmaker? Like, is that who you're fighting?
Pretty much right now it's a little harder because there's so many, like I'm not fighting anybody in the top 10. I'm not fighting any high top level guys right now just because it's I'm going to be having my debut. So it's not really like I'm paying too much attention to anybody. I will eventually. But whoever they give me is whoever they give me. We'll go from there.
And I noticed the most recent fights, you haven't done the infamous wink that you always do.
Yeah, I forget to do it sometimes.
Yeah. I think for right now, you should just keep it without the wink because you keep winning.
Shit, I might got to keep the juju going.
Yes, absolutely. So do you have a planned fight coming up or is it still in the works?
I'm trying to figure out something for December. That's all. I want something before the end of the year. That's what I'm trying to get.
So in December 3rd?
So they have December 3rd down in Orlando. They have December 10th down in Vegas. And then they have one on the 17th that I don't know where it is and I don't know much about it. I think that's for the year. So I've got options. And there's things that are available. We just gotta wait on the matchmakers to put something together.
Well, with your gym, is there anybody else who's coming out to fight? I mean, particularly CES or CES Cage Wars, Cage Titans, anybody like that in your gym coming along?
Not at the moment. Right now, going to be doing some smokers pretty soon. Got a few guys in the gym getting some smokers, some people who haven't fought at all. So it's going to be a good night for the team as a whole because they've got like 5 guys doing smokers. But outside of that, nothing at the moment.
Oh, okay. So my last question to you, Billy, is what else can we see from you? Like you're having a great time in the UFC, and is there anything else you want to accomplish right now? Is there a set goal for maybe this year, maybe next year, anything like that?
honestly, the biggest thing that I'm trying to do is I want to get a couple fights in, do really well, get some performance bonuses, pay off my house, and renegotiate for a nice contract, and just set myself up for next year. I want one year that'll make 4, and then if I could get 3 or 4 next year, that'd be nice. So just trying to stay fucking smash, hit the UFC hard.
You're doing pretty good at that. You made that clear.
Trying.
So yeah, honestly, I'm impressed because, well, not with you, like it's a different thing. Like a lot of people that I talk to, you know, they're like, oh, well, my definite goal is to be a UFC or a champ. You're being realistic. I want to pay my house. I want to do all this stuff. I saw a dog in the background. In your house.
Yeah. So these are my buddy, my teammate Jake. He's at work right now. These are his dogs. It's 2 black labs. It's Carmen and Lana. They're amazing. They're lazy.
You want to get them the finest dog food possible.
Yeah. But it's not so much like my goal is to be the greatest that's ever done it. It's not that I don't have those goals, but I know that it's like my coach wants to pick and choose and make the right path and take it slow so that I get the most out of it. Like how Sean O'Malley has done it, and for the most part, not entirely. He's made some really good decisions managing himself. And giving himself the best stock and giving himself good options. So just playing it smart and not rushing to the top. So I just want to have good debut and have a good next year and go from there. Renegotiate for a contract.
Wait, I definitely wish that for you, Billy. You've always been a class act, joining my show, talking with me, and you know, as much as you can. You're like a interview machine now.
I gotta actually it's like there's certain it's good to do them, but sometimes I think too many, or I say yes to some people that I shouldn't. Like I like doing interviews with you, I like doing ones with Domenico, but sometimes I should just like my coach was getting on me like, hey, be a little more pickier, like don't just pump them out. But I mean, it's good to do them, and it's a pleasure being on the show. I do appreciate it, and I'm gonna continue doing them.
Well, Billy, you're always welcome on the show. I appreciate you taking the time as always. Whenever you see Billy, check him out. Like if you didn't see the last fight, go on Dana White Contender Series, watch his fight, because then you'll see how badass and how much those hammers are lethal, and you'll see this guy's got the heart of a lion, bro. So, Billy, I want to thank you again for being on the show. Enjoy the rest of this nice day, and next time I see you, I hope to see you with another dub, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
All right, everybody. This is MattieC Sports for you and me, and Billy Goff right here. Watch out for that fucking uppercut, because it's going to be deadly.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Billy, again.
See ya, man.
Thanks for watching MattieC Sports for you and me. Make sure to follow Matty Cameron on Twitter at MattCameron23, or follow him on Instagram at MattieC23, or subscribe to his YouTube channel, MattieC Sports for you and me. Once again, thanks for watching.